I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. Oh, yeah!
Why not take my Jamie's Blu-ray King back for an all-new video. Today, I got my top 10 movies of all time. Somebody on my Instagram DM me and was like, hey, shoot me your top 10 movies. No particular order. So I figured I might as well go ahead and turn that into a video idea. So here is my top 10 movies in no order whatsoever. Before we get to the top 10, there is one honorable mention. I'm only putting this on here because it's a short film, so it didn't count as a full movie, but I fucking love it. Cigarette Burners is a short film in the Masters of Horror series. I believe it was on like Showtime or HBO. It's got Daryl from The Walking Dead. He's tasked with finding this rare film that has only played once, and it had people going out and engaging in homicidal behavior. Really weird fucking movie, but I love it. Toasty! Alright, so now moving on into the list, we've got The Ninth Gate. Now, The Ninth Gate is very much like Cigarette Burns. It's got Johnny Depp, and he plays a guy who's on the quest for a rare book instead of a rare film. He has a very rare book, and the owner of this rare book wants to find out how authentic it is. There's two other known books in the world of this book, so he goes and he compares the book with the other book. Weird shit starts happening, all kinds of like devil worship type shit. He ends up fucking Satan in front of a castle that's on fire at the end. So weird, but I fucking love it. Toasty! We have The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man is another strange movie. Nicolas Cage, some long-lost girlfriend tells him she needs his help, so he flies out to the Puget Sound, which is, you know, the little water area in Seattle, and there's islands and shit in there. So he goes to this island, Summersville Isle, I believe is what it's called, and this island is all women. There's about 5 to 6 men there, and they do like physical labor type shit. But other than that, everyone's quiet and secretive, and they're there looking for this missing girl who turns out to be Nicolas Cage's daughter, and no one's talking. They're acting like she never even fucking existed, and he wants answers, and at the end, they put him in the giant, Burning Man festival, and they burn his ass. Yeah, it's weird shit, but I love it! Toasty! We got Dark City. I just love Dark City. Dark City is the tale. It's got Rufus Sewell, some weird. He's the jerk from A Knight's Tale. Now, he wakes up in this bathtub. There's this dead body, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? He leaves out the apartment trying to, escape from this dead body that he's like, I didn't commit this murder. He sees the police coming in the other door. So the police are after him throughout the movie, trying to capture him, question him about this murder, and he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Who am I? What am I doing here? How did I get set up? And in the quest of trying to figure out what the hell is going on, he sees these weird guys, pale faces, dressed in all black. They're moving the city, like with their minds. Like the cities, the buildings are growing, turning into places. People pass out at the same time every day. They get rearranged. They get new lives. Instead of just being like a plumber every day, you could be like the mailman the next day. Real psychological movie, like what the hell is going on here? Real weird shit, but I love it! Toasty! Then we got American Psychos. Christian Bale works on like Wall Street or something. He's some kind of like CEO. He really doesn't do shit but listen to his headphones all day. He engages in homicidal behavior. He just cannot help himself. He kills one of his friends. He kills hookers. He films it. Many of you have probably already seen this. It's one of Christian Bale's most famous movies. It's fucking great. Little weird, but I love it! Toasty! Then we got The Sixth Day. Now, The Sixth Day is about cloning, and I love movies about clones. Just something about the cloning shit. I just love it. Now, The Sixth Day stars Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like he flies helicopters or something like that. He has a helicopter flying company. He takes you on helicopter tours. So in the course of this tour, he's accidentally cloned. And he ends up showing up to his house and seeing the clone there, like, what the fuck? So then the people that are doing the clone, and they try to snatch him up, and they're trying to get him from interacting with the clone and the family, so no one realizes what the hell is going on, because cloning humans, clearly illegal, and Arnold is on a quest to figure out, how do I stop all this? I just want to be with my family again. Not as bizarre as the other movies, but I fucking love it. Toasty! Then next on the list, we've got Menace to Society. The movie takes place in the projects, in the hood. This isn't like the hood these days where, you know, everybody just lives in the hood. This is like nothing but crime, gangs, and drugs. This type of area really brings you in it. It's gritty, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. My favorite part of the movie is when they're going to do the drive-by, when they're going to get revenge for shooting Harold, the cousin. Go ahead and YouTube that scene. It is the funniest scene ever. Toasty! Then we have The Dark Knight. You all know I love The Dark Knight. I got 8 copies of The Dark Knight. I don't even need to tell you what it's about. Batman is after the Joker. Such a shame he had to go. I really wonder what the third Batman film would have been like had Heath Ledger not died. I heard that it was originally supposed to be like the trial of Joker, but I don't know how much truth there is to that, but that would have been a fucking hell of a movie. Toasty! Alright, then next up we've got The Town. Now when I first watched The Town, I was like, these dudes are with this shit. This tiny little area in Boston produces more bank robbers per capita than any other city in the United States. They're out robbing banks, armored cars, all kinds of shit. Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner, you can't go wrong. Toasty! Then next up we got The Goodfellas. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen The Goodfellas by now. It's a gangster movie based on a book. I think it was The Goodfella is what it was called. I think the guy who it was based on actually just recently died. He's a snitch. He was working with the mob out there in New York. And then he decided to turn state's evidence, and then he decided to write a book about it, and then he made a movie about it. And the movie was really good. You know, at the end of the day, he's still a fucking snitch, but love the movie. Toasty! Then the last movie on my list is The Prestige. I love The Prestige. When I first watched it and it was over, I immediately watched it again. That's how good it was, and I also wanted to catch all the things that I missed. If you guys haven't seen it, Christian Bale plays this magician. He starts out with Hugh Jackman, Hugh Jackman's wife. Christian Bale accidentally kills her in a magic trick. So now they're beefing for years. Then Christian Bale comes up with the perfect magic trick. Hugh Jackman is obsessed with trying to figure out how the trick is done and how to do the trick better because he's pissed off that he killed his wife. Hell of a movie. I love it. So that is my top 10 list of all time in no particular order. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I got a couple of them on Expo Lucha. I got a video called Wrestling is Fake. Be sure to click the link down in the description box. Check those out. And until the next time I see you, you stay true. You stay blue.
I hope I make it home tonight.
Make it home.
I hope I make it home tonight.
Make it home.
I hope I make it home tonight.
Yeah, I will make it home.
I hope I make it home tonight.
Make it home.
I hope I make it home tonight.
Make it home.
I hope I make it home tonight.